Hello and welcome to Travel Talks, the Grey Doors webinar series where we talk all things business travel. My name's Julian Munsey, I'm VP of Global Sales here, and today I'm joined by Sophie Taylor, our Chief Technology Officer.
Good morning.
During today's session, we're going to talk about the future of technology and the role it will play in travel management. But before we get cracking, I'd just like to say that if you have any questions as we're going through, please feel free to ask them using the Q&A feature in Zoom. We'll endeavour to get to them. If we don't, our Travel Talks team will follow up afterwards. So let's make a start. So to begin with, Sophie, can you briefly introduce yourself and talk about your journey to the position of Chief Technology Officer here at Grey Doors?
Of course. So good morning, everybody. So my name is Sophie Taylor, and as Julian said, I'm Chief Technology Officer for Grey Doors, and that makes me responsible for not only all of the internal tech, but also the customer-facing technology as well for not only Grey Doors UK, but Grey Doors globally. But I haven't always been in travel. It's a new endeavour for me, only 2 years in, and it's been quite eye-opening and interesting. It's far more complicated than you would think coming into it. Travel, how hard can that be? How much technology? But yeah, it's been a real big eye-opener. Prior to this, I worked within financial services, within telecommunications, energy, automotive. I always prided myself in moving around and going to different industries so I could take the knowledge and cross-pollinate, because I think that's really important to get the most out and really drive forward innovation in those different areas. But now I'm in travel, I'm very much enjoying it and excited about where it's going.
That's perfect. So very much a case of taking key learnings from other industry sectors and bringing them into the world of travel.
Yeah, very much so. Not all of them work, but definitely, where can we push? What does that look like? And how do we deliver that to the customer?
Perfect, thank you. So let's start with something I hear a lot when I'm out and about visiting prospects. Quite often when we talk about technology, they'll say that actually technology hasn't changed an awful lot in recent years. And also when describing the user experience, the word clunky is something I hear quite regularly.
Yeah.
Is that fair, and what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so, I feel the travel industry, especially the corporate space, gets beaten up a bit by this. We've got to remember we had a pandemic and pretty much a lot of the customer-facing technology stopped at that point, and we all just hunkered down. And I think what you'd seen during that period is what the customer doesn't see, which is work that was put into the back office environments. So around data protection, globalization of technologies and systems, as well as invoicing and processing, NDC, all of that kind of stuff has moved forward. And you could even argue the UK, especially with Europe, is leading the way in content consumption, management and delivery in all of those back office technology positions. But when it comes to the customer-facing experience, absolutely. I can go on to Kayak or Expedia or other leisure travel tools, and it's a far nicer, seamless experience. So what we need to do, and what the industry is now doing, is looking at taking those learnings and applying them into corporate. It's not the same, and nor do we need to replicate everything, but that's definitely moving forward. We're doing that with our new portal. We're seeing that with Atris, with their new next generation UI for their systems. So we're taking all of that learning, but I don't want anybody to walk away and think travel is stagnating, because it's just not. In the background there's an awful lot of work going on to really move it forward.
And would it be fair to say there's a lot of complexity as well, because rather than being sort of a B2C product where you've got one thing to market, the world of travel management, we're aggregating content from multiple sources and having to bring it together, then apply policy?
Yeah, 100%. So I made, the joke when I came into travel, how hard can it be, right? I've done, like I said, energy, financial services, telecoms. Really, what is there to it? It's somebody going on a plane, but you're absolutely right, far more complex than you'd think. The standardization of data, consistency isn't necessarily there, so you've got all of that complexity. You've got real-time processing, so transactional processing to book flights, book hotels, book cars that are very time critical. You've got price changes linked to all of that, and you need to do various different degrees of management of cost, accounts, policy and invoicing, which can be different per customer, per traveller, even per transaction. Yes, so a huge level of complexity that actually the industry really navigates well, like the swan analogy.
Okay, and I suppose the piece that's tangible for our customers is the actual user experience. That's changing too?
Yeah, like we said, the next generation shop front that everybody's pushing for web interfaces. We're also seeing a change to more mobile use, even in our corporate customers, and they want to be able to do these things on the go, on the fly. So yeah, that's all coming, and I think we're really starting to see growth in that area to make it less clunky.
Okay, so all very exciting. One technology that everyone will be familiar with is obviously Microsoft.
Yeah.
The whole world knows about Microsoft. We're a Microsoft house. We operate on Microsoft technology stack. What does that mean for our customers?
Yeah, so we at Grey Doors have invested heavily in Microsoft, and we've done that for some really good reasons, because it is a global enterprise technology solution. So what does that mean? That means rather than worrying about how we deliver services to the UK and to America and to Australia and to Europe and thinking about locally in those areas, how do we do that? With a partner like Microsoft, they provide entities in all of that space. So we're fully cloud hosted, we put everything in Azure, and Azure can replicate and give us access to those areas. It also gives us scalability. So when the data we need to process jumps from one set to another set, we can increase not only our capacity through memory, but through processing and storage to meet those needs, not only in one country, but globally. And we're not alone in this. There are other cloud-based tools, and a lot of our competitors, partners are doing the same thing. But what we've done in choosing Microsoft is go for the top-level enterprise solution. And we're not just doing that with Azure, we're actually going cloud native, and a whole range of our technologies, everything from dynamics, so we can understand our customers, their needs, our communication with them, global phone systems, so Grey Doors globally is on a single phone platform regardless of where you call, that enables us the speed and consistency to process. So big investment, yes. Challenges in implementation, always, it's technology.
Of course, yeah.
But it really, we think it gives us the benefits today and the future. If we then just take a step back, and we'll probably come on to this, Microsoft also have the capacity and depth to invest in AI and enable that across their platforms today in some instances, and they've got a plan for integrating that going forward, which is really important for us as technology and innovation as part of our DNA.
Okay, and to sort of pick up on integration, does the Microsoft platform also give us opportunity to integrate with our customers and create program efficiencies?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything from SSO and Microsoft AAD, which enables that to happen seamlessly.
So SSO, that's single sign-on, right?
Correct, yes.
Thank you.
The customer itself can control everything from password length, multi-factor authentication. It also allows us through Power BI to share data not only with our customers, but any partners they may have, and securely across ourselves and the industry. So absolutely, it's leading in that area, and we can focus on that to support our customers, and the industry does as well.
Okay, perfect. I was recently reading an article on innovation in Business Travel News Europe.
Well, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, and when it comes to the future of technology, the sort of key trend for 2024 was around 3 Ps: payment, profiles, and personalisation.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, good in any industry, very much needed in travel, and it is about, and I think personalisation is the most important one, so I'll lead with that, because I think the other two follow in that step. Because once you know the person, and we do know our customers, we know when they travel, we know how they like to travel, we know the classes that they travel, we know their preference when it comes to food, if they'll inform us of that and things like that. The industry has been very passive with that information, so we've got it, and when asked or when appropriate, we'll pass it on, but we're not proactive with that information. So I think we're going to move into a time where we start to be proactive with that information and really offer up to our customers content, information, guidance, decision making even on their behalf linked with those preferences.
Okay.
So we take away the boring part of booking or travel,
Yeah.
and make it the quick and easy part. I want to do this, want to do it now, and we can fill in the gaps on behalf of that. So I think that's coming, and you link that to processing, so we do it at speed, and we do it where the customer is, how the customer wants, and link to, as I said before, the correct billing process, because that billing, invoicing process can be different per customer, per transaction. I want to deal with a car differently to I want to deal with a flight, differently to how I want to deal with a hotel stay, and we need to accommodate for all of that. So it needs to be here. Financial services have had that kind of concept for a while, so we need to learn from that and really start to integrate it.
Okay, so it's fair to say that this will help improve the booking experience for travel arrangers, but also the travel experience for travellers as well.
Yes, absolutely, I see that coming.
Okay, perfect. One of the questions I have listed, but it's also coming in via the Q&A, is around AI and ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Always in the news, even more so at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, what effect is that going to have on travel management, and what's coming in your view?
This is why I get super excited. I love AI. It's one of the things where people ask me, what am I afraid of? AI never comes into it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a really good thing globally. I think it's going to be a good thing for the travel industry. But we also need to be mindful that as we've seen, it is not going to change our lives overnight. There is an integration time for taking all of this technology and embedding it within an environment, within an industry, and building customer confidence in those new things. I always say, if you look back at the 1950s and look at their tomorrow's world equivalent.
Yes.
When it came to 2023, my word, we were living on the moon.
Yeah.
We all had full robots in our homes. We all had flying cars. And clearly that hasn't happened because, the growth and speed of technology change hasn't there. Our trust in that technology, the cost of that technology isn't there. But if I think about AI in the short to medium term, absolutely, Grey Doors and our other industry are looking at using AI to benefit the agents that are booking the trips as well as the customer. And what do we mean by that? We mean by filling in those blanks again. So you'd like to book a trip from A to B. AI can look at that trip, it can look at and see where your office is, where your house is, and automatically pick the airport which is closest to you to make it the easiest flight for you.
Okay.
It can look at the most likely destination you're going to go. So, does your business have an office in that location that we know about? Even search the web and find that. What we could do. Therefore, you'd probably want to go to an airport closest to that location. It can automatically think you're going to need to have a taxi or some kind of transport. It can read, understand policies, find hotels that meet those policies that give you the best service because it knows that the last time you went to a hotel you used the gym. So using it to preempt and either answer those questions or preemptively put the answers to those questions within our systems to bring back the right hotel, flight, transport option for you. We're starting to see that coming in a soft form now, and that's only going to grow and increase. The other really exciting thing is around open AI and natural language, and this is the ability to talk to and have a machine understand the inference of a question.
Right.
And that's huge. That's so exciting. So what that is, when you use historic search engines, you put in keywords. You put in flight, so it knows you need a flight, and you put from and to destination. And you might put a date, and it will come back with that. With using natural language, you can say, I need to go to my offices in Dallas at the beginning of January.
Okay.
And from that, it can infer, you're going to need a flight, you're going to need a car, you're going to need this, that, and the other. There's a time difference. You're going to want to be there on a Monday. It can start to build all of that unspoken information that humans do all the time.
Yes.
And build that into the process. And that's really going to start coming in, and we will use that and we'll offer that to our services to our customers if they want it, to really start to make the process of booking business travel less keyword and more conversational.
Okay. And will this replace the need for agents, or will it allow them to concentrate more on important things and actually offer a better service? What's your view on that?
I'm going to be controversial here, and it's going to do both. So customers that still want to talk to us, a human, Absolutely. We're never going to move away from that. The industry is never going to move away from that, in my opinion. It's always going to be there, and these will be tools that assist the agent real time to help them come to the answer quicker, faster, and more efficiently for the person booking the business. But we also know, with the growing trend with younger people coming into the industry, there's this concept of zero touch.
Okay.
This is a whole subset of people who actually are quite happy dealing with technology and not dealing with us people.
Right.
And for them, I see us building a whole transactional path which is zero touch. It can be either on the computer, it can be via your smartwatch, it can be via your phone. And I'm going to take the same scenario. You press a button on your phone, which is Grey Doors Travel or a travel company, and you say, book me a trip. I want to do here to here, and I'd like a hotel within walking distance if possible, and it's got to have a gym. Fine. The system will go off or do all of that. It will come back and give you the best option, top 3 options, all within policy. Please tell me which one you'd like. I'd like option 1, please. Done, booked. Does everything for you. Right. Okay. So you turn up at the airport. Airports are notoriously difficult. And it goes, right, I can see using your geolocation at the airport, the fastest way to get to your check-in desk, and you're doing virtual check-in rather than physical check-in, is to go down here, take a right, take a left. You should find the item in front of you. I can't remember the check-in computer in front. The computer ones, right? You walk up, you put your bag in, you scan your watch, your pass, it checks you all in. Yeah, thank you very much, Sophie. Please go down, up the escalators, and you're booked into the lounge. Go to the lounge, sit in there. We've already put in your drinks order. Would you like a beer, wine, whatever, at the thing? It will come to your table. So all of that intuitiveness without having to talk to anybody. Take that, you then land, your car's there, it can direct you to your car. Uber does that now. Your car's down the road, here it is. Go to the hotel, geolocation. Yep, we know you're at your hotel, we've checked you in. Oh, your door key, because it's all NFR, near field technology, is on your phone. Please go to the escalator up here. Here's your check into your room. So we can take away a lot of the if, buts, maybes, anxieties. We can take away the need to go to a desk where maybe you don't want to talk to somebody because you're tired or it's a different language. Take all of that away and just make it seamless from start to finish. So I see that coming. I think that's something that we will be investing in, and I think it's something that the industry will invest in.
Okay, and before that, presumably we have to open up new communication channels. So in addition to email and telephone, WhatsApp and Teams, those type of things are going to come?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're already seeing that, and you're seeing, corporates have historically been a little bit reluctant to open up those channels. But we've seen that completely change. We're seeing corporates come knocking on our door and saying, we want to use Slack, we want to use WhatsApp, we want to talk to you in different ways. So I'm sure, like others, we've invested a new communication platform. They call it omni-channel or multi-channel.
Yes,
So, from the start of 2024 for Grey Doors, our customers can choose how they want to contact us, and contact us in all different ways. Telephone, fine. Email, fine. WhatsApp, text message, Slack, as I said. Absolutely. We take those we manage all of those, and I spoke about it before, using the Microsoft tech stack, Dynamics and other systems linked together. All of those communication conduits are all together, so it doesn't matter. You start a conversation on WhatsApp, that's fine, but then you get to the office and then you want to transfer it onto a Teams chat, fine. You want to then move to email, fine. We keep all of that, and we can go with you as you go through your day, and and complete on WhatsApp, because it's the end of the day, perfect. So none of that's really going to hold us back. But
that's really cool. So the conversation follows the journey.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's really good. This has been really, really interesting, and we've actually there's a question in from the audience here. I think this will probably be the final question for the session before we wrap up, but this is a good one. So this is all very exciting, but how much influence do our customers really have over where our technology is going?
Yes, always the question. Is it the technologists that are driving it forward because we get overexcited by it, or do we get led by the customer? So if I think of the wider technology in the world, then you lead that by what you buy, what you pay, what you click on. So we all buy Apple Watches or technology that's wearable, then that's going to get investment. So very much, if you're thinking about it in your home life, decisions are made by what you buy as a consumer, what you click on for looking at adverts and websites and things like this. So that's how you can direct it in your personal life. In the travel industry, again, it's where people allocate their money, but specifically for us, we've started up something called the Innovation Hub.
Yeah.
So that is a forum that I attend, obviously, and other members of Grey Doors, and we invite our customers to, and we just chat about what's working for them in technology-wise, what's not working for them technology-wise, what they'll like to see, what they don't want to see. And we started these earlier on this year, and I suppose the offshoot of that is twofold. One, access to more easily readable data.
Yeah.
So Grey Doors is always great. We always said, like, here's all your data, take it, manipulate it, do what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
Here's a few basic reports, fill your boots.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And our customers came back and went, yeah, that's great, but actually, I just want you to present the data in a digestible format.
Okay.
We may want to have an extract of the data, but that's really unhelpful because then I need to process it and I need to get to a point. So we changed and expanded the data dashboards that we have, the full clickable, drillable, all the data's there, we don't hide anything, but we try and position it instantly so the travel managers can read it and go, right, that's what I need to look at, that's what I don't care about, that goes in my weekly report. Done.
Yeah.
So we take that away from them. The second thing we did, and we spoke about it, is this omni-channel. We were thinking email and phone call with a few text messages occasionally was good, and our customers said, no, we really want WhatsApp, we really want Slack, we really want to have that as a primary communication conduit and actually move between them. I went, oh, that's a great idea, let's do that. So for us, it's very much a conversation with our customers. I'm not going to romp down on a road just because I think it's exciting, though I'd love to do that. It's in response to a direction that our customers like, with me providing the art of the possible when it comes to technology to really get us to an endpoint, which looks very exciting.
Okay, so that's good. So our customers do have the opportunity to get involved, and for
so.
Those that haven't attended the Innovation Hub, what do they need to do if they'd like to do so?
Oh, just contact their account manager.
Contact their account manager.
Yeah,
okay. It's very easy.
Yeah. Contact, say I'd like to go to the next one, and we'll put them on, and they happen every sort of 3 to 6 months, depending on appetite.
Okay, good stuff. So thank you, Sophie, and thank you to our audience. We could talk about technology for hours, but I'm afraid we've run out of time. Thank you also for all of your questions. Sorry if we didn't manage to cover yours off today, but the Travel Talks team will come back to you very soon. For more information on our technology solution and the benefits that they can bring, please visit our website, gdg.travel/tech. Please join us for our next Travel Talks, which is taking place on the 25th of January, where we'll be kicking off the new year by looking at the trends that we expect to see in business travel in 2024. To hear all of our predictions, please register now at gdg.travel/talks. All that remains for me to say is thank you very much again for your time this morning, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Travel Talks. Thank you, Sophie.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.